morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you are watching this, know that I appreciate you. It is another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. It is Friday, June 29th, 2018. And it's gorgeous out here. I don't know if you can hear the birds because my window's down, but the birds are chirping. They're nice and excited about a brand new day, just as I am excited about a brand new day and all that this day has to bring. I am super excited because I'm a little sleepy, but I'm still energetic. And I'm super excited because at some point during the wee hours of the morning, I woke up about 2 o'clock this morning. I woke up twice last night, but the second time I woke up was about 2 o'clock this morning. And as I'm going back to sleep, at whatever time that was, as I'm going back to sleep, I hear in my spirit what I'm supposed to be doing next to propel my brand. And therefore I was excited because I've got up at my normal time at this point now, and I had to pray to ask God to hold those points that He had given me in the wee hours in my mind, so that when I did wake up for the day, that I'd be able to remember them and put them down, record them somewhere. What I used to do was keep a notebook by my bed and record my dreams when they were very vivid and I knew they had a message. Or if I had thoughts such as these, revelations such as these, or this one rather, I would record it so that I didn't forget it. Because, you know, typically when you have these thoughts in the wee hours, or dreams in the wee hours, you forget it because, you know, it's in the wee hours and you're concentrating on getting back to sleep, you know, and getting the last of your rest. Horsies. I'm taking this new route again to work, and I'm loving it because it's a whole new viewpoint and I'm seeing different things, and I absolutely love that. But I used to do that. I think I'm going to start doing that again because I can feel my brain awakening from the deep sleep that it's been in, where I did have writer's block, where thoughts and ideas were not coming to me because I was so tired and overwhelmed by life in general that was happening around me, and in some cases to me. But yeah, I'm really excited about what's happening. So I did get up after I, you know, bathed and got dressed. I had enough time to sit at the laptop and put those points down. Those 3 things that God had given me down. And make some adjustments to some stuff that I already had, which is awesome because I can see it more now. And I'm sorry if the wind is interfering with this, but I have to have the window down. I'm not turning the air on. It's not super hot, and this breeze feels amazing. This breeze feels amazing. It's amazing, quite honestly, the farms that I see taking this route, where you see you would not you would not know that these houses and farms were back here. And I just happened on this pathway one day. Well, out of curiosity, I happened on this pathway because I'm like, I'm always going down this side of that street. What does this side of that, the other side of that street look like? So, but yeah, so I'm really excited about that. For those who do not know, I am a spiritual life coach, and I do have certificates to back it up for those who are curious. And quite honestly, you don't need a certificate, but you do need the calling. I'm just going to put it out there like that. You do need the calling. But I'm also a writing coach and a customer service coach. And the revelation that I got this morning, those 3 points that were given to me this morning, were pertaining to my customer service branch. So I'm really excited about that. So I can get this out there. I'm also going to be marketing my book again real soon, along with another book that I was a part of. I was one of the writers in. So my book is a collection of testimonies. It's a book of testimonies, Faith at Work. That is my book. But then there is also another book, because I was a part of a writers guild. There are 2 books that I was a part of. One of those books has yet to be published, but the other has been. And the one that has been published is the one that I initially was a member. I was a member in the group. The second book hasn't been published, and that's the book, the book that I was the leader on. But we have the first book published, and will be. And I'm sorry again. I wish I could. If you could feel this breeze right now, I'm more of a person that likes natural air versus forced air. Thank you for stopping. Versus forced air. And this breeze feels so good right now. And like I said, it's not super hot yet, so it's the right moment. But anyway, so I'll be marketing my 2 books fairly soon, as a package deal. 2 really great books. Like I said, my book is a collection of testimonies. It's all real life from various contributors. They gave their testimony, and I collected all of them and cleaned them up, the ones that need to be cleaned up, and put them all in a book. There is a second version. There will be a second version, and possibly a third version. I believe there's a third version as well. But before 2 and 3 get out, I need to make sure that 1 is doing what it's supposed to do. And this book was given to me by God, and I think I've said this before in a previous one, but this book was given to me by God because initially when I started writing, I was told that I needed to write my life story, because I needed to write my life story. I've lived an interesting life, and not that it's so much different from a lot of other people, but it is different from some. And it's because I was supposed to write it because it was going to not only help me, it was not only therapy for me, but it was going to help others who have gone through something similar. And I could not write it. And I literally prayed to God and asked that He allow me to put it on the back burner for a while, and give me something else to write. And He was so gracious as to do that. He did not have to be, but I am grateful that He is the God of grace and mercy. So He allowed me to put my life story on the back burner and write this second book. And it took me years to get the second book together as well, because I had to be brave enough, one, to do it, but brave enough, two, to ask people, for their contributions, because no one likes to talk about the bad stuff that happens to them, the stuff, unless they're in this victim mentality kind of thing. But no one really likes to talk about that stuff. And in my book of Testimonies, Faith at Work, we have stories of rape, we have stories of incest, we have stories of abortions, we have stories of no, do we have abortion? No, we do not have abortion. Abortion was supposed to be there, but but we took it out. But we have stories of infidelity. We have stories of why a person felt that they could not be in a committed relationship. We have stories of divorce, cancer. We have all of these great testimonies, and I don't like to call them stories because it makes them sound false, but we have all of these great testimonies, and it's all because it's all to encourage. All of these stories are there to encourage. So encourage those who feel like they're alone in the journey that they're on. You're not. I'm not going to turn here. I'm going to turn another place. You're not alone. So that's what this book is all about. And yeah, this is where I wanted to turn. I'm sorry, I needed to check something out real quick. Okay. I noticed something yesterday when I was leaving work, and I wanted to come back today to see if what I noticed was actual, and it is. So I will have to come over here at some point to get some information. But yeah, so my book is about that, about how we get through by faith the situations that we have gone through. There was a story of a young lady who was in a relationship, and the man was physically abusive, it was just devastating. And I mean, to the point where on one occasion, the very last occasion, she thought that she was going to die. There's another story of abuse in there as well, where the young lady felt like she was being held hostage in her own home. She was not literally for a long period of time being held hostage, but there were occasions where he would keep her in the house, so she wouldn't interact with anyone on the outside. And I understand that particular situation, because at one point in time my mom was in a situation like that, where she was literally held hostage for, I forget how long this man held her hostage. And it was so weird because we, the children, could come and go as we pleased to get, go back and forth to school. She was not allowed to go anywhere, including work. And the gentleman's mother lived in the building that he stayed in and that we were in. And it was crazy how, I don't know if the mother was the one that convinced him, or if the mother and the brother convinced him to let my mom go. But yeah, that was a weird situation. So I could relate to that particular portion of the story. We have a cancer survivor in there. So all of these stories, all of these testimonies are meant to encourage people. And then in the other book, it's just a collective of fictional stories. And these stories are written by a group of 6 writers, including myself. And they're on various topics. So let's say the subject was, and this is not in the book, but let's just say the subject was childcare. And all 6 of us would write a story from our viewpoint, of course, a story about childcare. And we tweaked those stories at the end and put that story, each story, in the book. So yeah, I've been excited about these books. Both of these books have been out for a while. I did market my book for a little bit when it first came out, and then I backed down from it because there were some other, just life and things were happening. But now it's time for me to get it back out there. It's past time, but I'm very excited because I'm going to market it with the second book, and yeah, I'm excited about that. So I am at work now. It is 10 minutes to, or 9 minutes according to that, to 7, but I want to get in here and get some food in maybe before my work day starts. And I don't know that I'll get back on, but just in case I don't, there's a bee flying around. All right, bee, find your spot in the tree. But just in case I don't get back on, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.